Nothing is truly real. There is only what you want to see. The secret of the universe is not what you are seeing, but what you are perceiving through the evolving and resolving information of your consciousness. A few weeks ago, I told my sister that no direction exists. Your coordinates generate direction for you. There is no direction, because everything is always unified. Therefore, a person's current coordinates generate what they see from their own perspective. Isn't it fascinating that what I am thinking and perceiving appears at the moment I want it to? The cosmic constant. From the beginning, it didn't exist. The fixed numbers and formulas that humanity uses and calculates only produce a result that fits a particular time and environment. But you should remember that the environment is always changing. When the energy level changes beyond a certain threshold, can that environmental constant remain unchanged? That's why I say that theories or formulas written by humans only help them calculate and measure their own perception at a given moment, and aren't accurate or factual. This means you're only creating a measure dependent on your current energy environment, not a measure for the whole. So, can that measure be used for an entire environment you don't understand or can't see? And certainly not. The future of everything changes at the speed of consciousness of what exists, including dark energy and dark matter. When faced with things that absorb light, you should ask yourself and find a usable method. If we can't scan information using spectral light, what can we scan it with? In reality, light exists at many levels. There are too many types of light beyond the human visible spectrum. So, just because we can't measure visible light doesn't mean we can't detect light at other levels. Just as the dark color you see is also a type of light that is colorless or black, what is the rule of colorlessness and blackness? Isn't it the quickest way to understand how different types of light interact with each other? For example, in the environment, heat energy emitted is absorbed, dissolved, and transformed by a type of energy within the environment. You may see the emitted energy, but you can feel and measure it with another sense. People often assume that the emitted energy of all existence is entropy, but in reality, it operates according to predetermined laws. There is no such thing as entropy or chaotic, lawless existence. The ability of dark energy to absorb and transform, or its hidden quantity, also gives you information about how it exists, and the energy field generated is a manifestation of the transformation field, and vice versa. Therefore, when considering the amount of absorption information in a medium, that ratio will correlate according to the cycle of higher energy levels in the external medium. Remember that similarity is different from identical merging. Information disparities create cognitive gaps, but why is it that some people, despite possessing a wealth of information, still cannot achieve the desired level of understanding? Because their brainwaves and internal light spectrum are too weak to process information through the interactive field of sensory perception. For example, the way humans think about gravity and repulsion differs from my thinking, and I wonder which way of thinking is more aligned with reality. Gravity and repulsion are both bidirectional. When two objects interact, the forces from both objects interact simultaneously, but in human calculations, only one indicator is always reflected in the environment. The environment may yield the same indicator at any given time, but the interacting objects do not necessarily have the same indicators. This is without even considering that changes in the environmental energy field can alter all environmental indicators. Are you sure that today's constant is the same as the future environment's constant? That today's gravitational force is the same as the future environment's gravitational force? And that today's time is the same as the future environment's time? Therefore, the expressions of human theoretical formulas are only relative, not absolute. So, what you consider true or accurate is also only relative, according to your level of cognitive development, isn't that right? So, let's talk about the end or future of the universe. If I say that depending on the level of energy change and development within the universe's environment, you will read about different rates of tearing apart to transform and upgrade matter, what would you think? It's not the Big Bang, it's not thermal death, because it doesn't destroy matter to kill it completely, but destroys it to create emissions, then absorbs and transforms it. I don't know what humans call it, but it's a cyclical transformation and development depending on the level of cognitive growth of the universe. So, as you predicted, the level of transformation and development of the external entity doesn't wait for you. There's no distant end as humans imagine. The tearing apart of matter can happen at any time. And when your energy can't keep up with the environment, or the larger entity nurturing you, your end in this cycle is already very near. And the universe, or any living being for that matter, you may feel different energy intensities on a life-scale basis, but the laws of existence are completely the same. So for you, it might be billions of years, but for the universe, it could be today, tomorrow, or just a few seconds, or you might already be existing within that tearing apart. Different growing environments have different coordinate points of measurement, creating different perspectives on your own future end. Do you understand what I'm saying? How you want to see the future in that end depends greatly on the speed of your inner development. It's logical, but not the kind of logic you think.